we have exciting news in the world of flying cars. Don't give up on flying cars, Will. It's not over yet.
There's hope.
Yeah, it's going to happen. According to Porsche and Boeing, they got a new partnership aiming to develop premium electric flying cars. How crazy is that? Those are big players.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't jokers.
They're invested.
They're a big deal. They champions, titans of industry. Now, they want to do an electric vehicle takeoff and landing, what's called an eVTOL, which is the key to electric flying cars. You can't have a runway, Will. No one's got space for a runway. You got to take off straight up. Straight up and be able to land straight down. The Jetsons, Will.
I'm guessing this is like a personal aircraft.
You ever see the Jetsons, Will?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Well, they were flying in space. Come on.
Did you ever see the Jetsons? No, they're just above that. They're not as far into space as you think. No, it's a key. They're not that far. They're just above the Earth's atmosphere, I think.
I see.
Because and I think it was, the Earth was still happening, I think, as well in the Jetsons. I read about this recently. It's just you could go live. See where the clouds are there, Will?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I see.
I'm telling you, you don't know sometimes, Will. You're watching the Wagyu steak going on.
Yeah, I don't watch the...
No, I just got to keep you in the loop.
How old is this?
Anyway, so they were promising flying cars back in 1962, right? The Jetsons, 1962, they were making those promises. That's a big promise to make. That long, 50 years ago, 60 years ago almost. People didn't get close. It didn't happen. And then you saw these weird, every single flying car to this point has been this weird fold-up airplane-looking thing that just doesn't have that futuristic vibe to it. But if you have players like Porsche and Boeing getting involved, maybe there's something to it. Maybe it's not over. That's the one I remember seeing. That one there with the car doors. I mean, it's not going to happen, obviously. No, the one down to the left there, that's a real one on the New York Times article there. That's a real thing that happened. But you still need, I mean, that's obviously not it. It's cool, but it's obviously not it.
Yeah.
This new partnership will explore what a premium offering might look like in the era of urban air mobility, including working together on the aircraft design, as well as figuring out what the potential market for a premium air service would look like. So apparently companies like Uber are already moving into the helicopter space within urban centers. You want the express route to the airport, you pick up the Uber chopper. I remember when they were showcasing that, they were doing chopper rides at one of the CESs that we were at.
Oh, really?
And you could, if you opened your Uber app, Uber Chopper was on there. And it was just a promotional thing for the time being during CES in Vegas. But it turns out they went on to launch an actual helicopter service, a premium helicopter. It's not cheap to get on a helicopter, Will.
No.
You want to skip the traffic on the way to the airport? You better pay. Mm-hmm. You better bring your wallet, Willie do. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, guy like you, gridlock.
Yes.
Yeah, honking your horn ain't going to do much when you're late for that flight because you're on your way back to Tokyo, remember?
Yeah. A chopper's loud. Really, really loud. You want to order, like everyone orders like a Uber chopper for their personal travel. It's, yeah. It's pretty loud for the neighbors. That's all I can say.
Willie do, ladies and gentlemen.
Just saying. Willie
do, ladies and gentlemen. He just informed us that choppers are loud.
Yes.
In case.
I mean, imagine a chopper pulling up to your house.
No, I mean, it's not going to, the chopper as it is right now.
You still got to drive, and then you still got to drive to like the platform where the chopper's at. I don't know. I'm just saying it's, yeah, it's loud.
Willie do. I don't think you want a chopper. Though if you look at the render here, it's going to be some futuristic thing like that. And you know if it's electric, it's already quieter to begin with.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're aiming at a chopper. I'm just trying to say companies like Uber are looking into the idea of urban air travel because of how congested things are.
Yes, it's ambitious, and it's great.
That's just what you have right now is choppers, but it could be an indication of a potential marketplace, not necessarily for owning your own flying car, but instead for urban transport. In other words, it could be a premium type of service in the early stages in order to compensate for the cost of developing the vehicles. Who's going to be able to afford one of these things? You're going to have to pay it off over time, just like the chopper business. It would have to run in a similar fashion, something like that.
So do you think Uber could partner up with
there you go.
Boeing and Porsche?
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Because like you said, the chopper's not really an ideal short air trip situation for a lot of circumstances. It works. Obviously, it's the best that exists right now. Mm-hmm. But now you have some big players imagining a potentially different future and a potentially different method of urban air transformation. A transformation of transportation.
There you go.